Welcome back. Well, you saw the promises being made by the ANC over the weekend in its election manifesto. The promises to create jobs, to fix problems around water and electricity, and to fight corruption. Nomvula Mokonyane is the first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC. I think she's literally just touched back down in Gauteng after being at the Moses Mabhida Stadium over the weekend. Ma'am, good afternoon to you, and thank you for your time on the Pulse today. What is the ANC going to do differently to what it's done before in government? What would be different about the next 5 years?
Good afternoon, Stephen, and afternoon to your listeners. There's a lot that is coming out of our manifesto, totally different in terms of how we are going to be implementing the 6 priorities, how we are going to subject ourselves to periodic assessment and not wait for the end of the term to go back and account to the people of South Africa. Thirdly, there's a lot that has been taken into consideration with regard to issues around growing the economy, job opportunities, creating new industries by, amongst others, using the very minerals that we have to create industries through beneficiation as well as production of the goods, valuable and precious goods that our mineral resources are capable of producing. The fourth issue is about ensuring that we deal with issues of social transformation, working together with our people in the area of gender-based violence and femicide, that we need to support our non-governmental organizations, but the system itself has to be very responsive to victims of gender-based violence and femicide, and that there has to be a partnership between individuals and organized communities to reclaim our streets and ensure that women feel and are safe where they live. The other issue is about ensuring that working together with the people of South Africa, we accelerate the work that has been done over the last 30 years, improve on the challenges around energy security by, amongst other things, particularly for the poor, make sure that there is now a rollout of production of solar panels in South Africa, ensuring that our own giveaway houses do have solar panels and that it must not be an option but something that is mandatory. Promote the reuse of waste so that we keep our environment clean, and it should also not be optional. Every municipality, through its own systems, has to improve the delivery of basic services. So these are some of the things that we have looked at. Of course, we know that we have come through serious challenges globally, but also our own local dynamics, and hence our commitment that having gone back to account on the 2019 manifesto and subjecting it to review, we can confidently say we will continuously take the issues that work with all organized formations beyond the mass democratic movement.
Okay. Your manifesto also promises that people who will lead and represent the party in parliament and provincial legislatures will be clean of corruption. What kind of promise are you making there? You know how big an issue corruption has been.
Look, where there is perceived or real corruption, we are the only party that has put together systems to hold our members accountable. We've got the disciplinary bodies, we've got the Integrity Commission, we've got the Electoral Committee, because even the selection of candidates is not done through the elected leaders. It is processed through an independent body that has subjected all our members to vetting, to interviews, and most importantly, those that have been in public office, they themselves have also been assessed as to whether they have been effective or not.
Okay, so are you saying then that none of the people who will represent the ANC in Parliament will have findings against them from, for example, the Zondo Commission? Is that what you mean?
None of the people who are in the ANC list will be exempted from the due processes of the African National Congress. The due processes within the organization and any other due process, be it in the justice system. And for now, it is the electoral committee that will present before the NEC next week the product of the selection of candidates.
So, if someone has findings against them but doesn't face criminal charges, there are plenty of examples. Zizi Kodwa is currently a minister, maybe a good example. There was a finding against him. As far as I know, he doesn't face criminal charges. Presumably, he wouldn't be on the elections list from what you say.
I wouldn't be preemptive. Remember, I'm saying this is a process that has been managed by an electoral committee. It has also subjected comrades to interviews. There has also been a vetting process. So the product is as yet to be brought to the NEC. I would not want at any point to single out any individual until the Electoral Commission gives the report and share with us the processes that it has applied in determining who qualifies to be in the ANC list to Parliament.
You said earlier that the ANC was the only political party that has a sort of internal disciplinary system and process. You spoke about the Integrity Committee. I know there's a National Disciplinary Committee as well, of course. But isn't it also true that Frank Chikane, the Reverend Frank Chikane, who's the head of the Integrity Committee, has said that, I think it was 95 people in the ANC against whom findings had been made by the Zondo Commission had not reported to him. And they were ordered to report to him by the NEC. And as far as I know, the NEC has done nothing. So you say you have this. And this is really important. The reason I'm getting to all of this is that this is crucial to whether or not these people will represent the party again, whether they'll get through the list process chaired by former President Botlante. So you say you have a disciplinary process, but is there evidence that the disciplinary process is actually working?
Yes, there is evidence, and that report is the report that will be coming. In 2 weeks' time, the IEC will be closing the submission of candidates. And I think coming from the coming NEC meeting, all those issues will be brought before the NEC. And those that stand to go into Parliament, for whatever reason that there were issues that were identified, there will be an explanation as to what recourse has the ANC applied against them. I wouldn't want to preempt the process of the Electoral Committee. It is an independent body led by Comrade Kalima. It is a body that we all are subjected to. What the Integrity Committee has presented has been a subject of the NEC, and the NEC has actually said that all other processes, including subjecting those comrades to a disciplinary process, it is something that has to be done. For now, let's all wait for the product that is going to be presented to the NEC. None of us elected members have seen any list at the national level. None of us have been brought to a situation where we're told that there has been a violation of the list process. Those guidelines have been adopted by the NEC, and surely there is no way that the NEC can allow a situation where the guidelines are undermined.
Over the weekend, we saw what I understand is the expulsion of a former ANC MP, Mervyn Dirk. You'll know him, of course. He's been a strong supporter of former President Jacob Zuma. He joined, as we understand it, he said publicly that he was joining the new political party, Umkhonto weSizwe. I presume that he's been expelled. We know former President Zuma has been suspended. You, at one point, appear to support Zuma. You must be disappointed with the fact that he's now campaigning for someone else.
You don't know me. I thought you'll understand me better. I've supported every president of the ANC. So to select Comrade Zuma, the former president, is actually very cheap because he is the last president of the ANC. And yes, I supported him as I will support Comrade Cyril, and I continue to support him. I've supported Comrade Thabo Mbeki. I've supported Matiba. Any leader elected by a constitutional structure of the ANC, I will support, because it is only through due processes of the ANC that you can then decide on who is better placed to lead the African National Congress. Of course, it is disappointing for a person that has been a president of the ANC, has been in the movement over time, to decide and make the utterances that it's better to save the ANC by being outside of the ANC. That thing doesn't work. It's unscientifically incorrect, and of importance is that leaders come and go, the organization remain, and any other future leader of the ANC will be supported not only by me, but by every person who understands ANC processes. I refuse to be subjected to choosing who is a better leader when there is a leader already.
Nomvula Mokonyane, thank you. First Deputy Secretary General of the African National Congress.